Wow. Well, it's it's football season, right? So we have a lot of football fans. Yes, I'm cheering. Right. So if I'm a quarterback, I just got introduced by Tom Brady. And Tom Brady just told me how great a quarterback I am. So that is so cool. Thank you so much. That's a great introduction. As she said, I am an engineer, and I know a couple people are in here today. I met Tristan was here earlier, and Ray, was great to meet you. I'm so glad you're here for the first time. Just want to give you a lot of encouragement that this is a great place for you to be. We're certainly going to talk about earning income, but you've heard a lot of great things already today. Those of you who are also relatively new, great information. I hope you're really having a great time today, learning a lot. I think what's really interesting to think about is, for me anyway, as she mentioned, my wife and I have graduated to one-star executives, and and so because of that, we get the chance to be up here to speak in front of you. And I can remember about 30 years ago, I was standing up in front of a group of people in my school, my high school, and I was carrying these same kind of note cards like I am today. And of course, I ended up passing out after that. I was standing in the sun, my knees were locked, I was nervous. So don't worry, I'm not going to pass out right here. I've learned a couple things along the way, but I'm still kind of that geeky nerd, like Nikki said. I'm holding these cards up here and talking in front of you. And if I can do it, I believe you can do it. I believe anybody can do it. You all can be up here. You're all going to be up here, and it's going to be great to see you when you get a chance to be up here and speak in front of us today. So, Nikki, just want to thank you again for all your discussion here today. Tamara, great job on the why, and Dee telling us all about the products, the practical side of that. That's really great. I think that one thing that Nikki pointed out is that all of us in this room, each one of us wants to rank advance. Is that right?
Yeah.
Was she wrong? Does anybody not want to rank advance? Just didn't raise your hand because you didn't want to get picked on by Nikki. No, we all want to rank advance. We want to rank advance not because we want to wear some fancy jacket of a different color. We don't do this anymore anyway here. You don't have any. Not because we want to have some nice fancy clothes or something. It's because we want to increase our income. We want to be able to make more money either for ourselves or to be able to bless other people more. Whatever your reason is for wanting to earn more money, that's why you want to rank advance. So I get the pleasure of talking about how to get started earning an income. Fortunately, Joel later is going to give us a great in-depth discussion on the comp plan. So you get to learn a lot from him in just a little bit. So I'm just going to give you some good tips for how we start earning an income. And again, I'm going to follow what it is that Alex Tice put up on the website. Joel, I'm not going to say the same thing that Nikki said. If you do want to go through the slides, that's okay. You don't have to. I just wanted to let you know that's okay if you wanted to do that for what I'm doing. And I think what's really important as you go through and get started in your business, and for those of us who are new here today, what you're going to learn about this company is that the comp plan that Joel's going to go over in a little bit is built for those who have been in the business for a long time to make some really significant income. And then it's also built for those of us who are brand new, just we want to get started, get our feet wet. And it's really important to be able to have some early success. Our comp plan is built to be able to provide that to people. Yeah. So I think it's really important is to be able to, when you get started, visualize what it is that you want to achieve. Again, Tamara talked about the why. It's really important to get that into your soul. Understand what your why is. And part of that might be an income goal. Yeah. Perhaps you want to, I want to make $1,000 a month before the end of the year, or I want to make $10,000 a month before the end of next year. Whatever that goal is, visualize. See yourself actually achieving that goal. What am I going to do when I'm able to make that kind of money? Yeah. And again, back to football. I think that would be a great way for someone to start. If I was a football coach, I think I would start every practice that way, with people visualizing success. I'd have everybody on the team. Maybe Joel, maybe you did this too. Oh, yeah. Everybody on the team at the beginning of practice, first thing they do is they do their touchdown dance. It's going to be spike the football. Visualize that success. That's what we want to do. We want to score touchdowns, right? So let's all do it right away. Figure out what it is that you want to make for an income, and go for it. So here at youngevity.university.com, step number 5 is earning an income. Just like the other ones, there's a little bit of an introductory. Is this a good spot, James? Okay. Introductory video, and then do you mind scrolling down a little bit? Thank you. So if you were to click into this, you don't need to do this just yet, but if you were to click into this piece right here, you're going to get to see 5 other videos that give you some more detail on how to start earning an income, and they're really good. First of all, Alex Tice. I mean, who here likes Alex Tice? Huh? He's so good. And so these videos that you're going to get to watch, not too long. You can invest some time. They're not too long. You're not going to sit there for 3 hours while you're watching Alex Tice talk to the camera, but he's going to give you some good tips in a very brief amount of time. So I'm just going to introduce those to you here very briefly. But before I go too far, another thing I want you to also recognize is this item right here. You don't have to be an expert at any of this that you're hearing today before you get started. Certainly you want to have some comfort level, but you don't have to be an expert. Just get out there. You love somebody, you want to reach out to them, you want to help them with whatever their situation might be that longevity might be able to fit into. Just get started. Don't have to be an expert. Joel, talking about having all the medical folks in your family. If you're a surgeon, you're going to go in and you're going to remove an appendix. You probably ought to be an expert. You probably shouldn't just show up with a knife and a fork and say, "Hey, let's get this thing done." Right? Let's be an expert at that. This is not quite the same way. Okay, this is a little bit looser. And so the first thing that he talks about is being able to develop a strategy for rank advance. But to understand rank advance, you have to understand some of the terms that we use. Some of the network marketing lingo that we have here at Longevity. I'm not going to go through all of the terms that he goes through in the video. You can go through that. It only takes a couple of minutes, and he'll show you all those terms. But a couple things that are good to know. Dee talked about auto ship, the just-in-time. Is that how you said it? Mm-hmm. Just-in-time shipping. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Because like you said, we all get kind of a little bit behind, and life is busy. We kind of forget about things, right? So if you're on auto ship, it just shows up, and that's great. He'll talk about some of the different things that pertain to how we get paid versus how we rank advance, QB, those kinds of items. So be sure and check out those. And then also CEO qualification is a really important one to know, because that really affects how far you can go in the compensation plan. Mm-hmm. So be sure and listen to that. And kind of along those lines, how many of us? It's okay if you can admit this if you have a day job. What? That's not longevity. If you have a day job, that's not longevity, right? So we all get paid different ways, right? Some of us get paid monthly, some of us get paid maybe every other week, some of us get paid weekly, some of us get paid very weekly, right? Which is kind of why we're here, maybe. So anyway, probably none of us though in our day jobs can get paid up to 9 ways. Yeah. 9 ways you can get paid here at Longevity. Not in our day jobs, right? Only 1 way. So be sure and check that out. It's really great to see the different ways we can get paid, whether it's weekly or it's monthly. And who would get excited about, if I could pull up my pocket right now and pull out 63 cents, who would want to jump up and come grab it? Hey, all right, yeah. Okay, now probably Joel would, because he's the one who told us earlier that marketing dollars, 63 cents out of every dollar of items that we spend, that's what we're really looking to earn. Obviously, it's a whole lot of 63 cents, but that's the whole point. We're trying to chase after that, help people enjoy better products, and be able to build an income along the way. So he also talks about, or Alex Tice also talks about the different ranks in the company. And again, I won't go through all of them because there are quite a few. Scott and Juliet Pardulas here did so well that they made the company create more. Just to keep on moving on. We have 4 associate ranks and 5 executive ranks. Okay, so 4 associates, 5 executives. And what's really important about that to remember is each one comes with its own privilege related to some forms of compensation. I'm not going to go into all that because it can get kind of confusing. You probably fill up this whole board with all kinds of different elements of that. Just watch the video and see it. But a couple things I'd like to point out is what the Chenaults refer to as the brick rank. Somebody mentioned brick rank earlier when you were talking. I think Jeremy mentioned that. Yeah, good job. So the brick rank is when you, as an individual, have introduced 3 people who are enjoying longevity products and services. So once you have 3 that are doing that, then you can become what's called a sales associate. That sales associate is the first real structure piece to moving your way through our compensation plan. So you have 3 individuals, and then the next rank, the first executive rank, is the 1-star, and that's where you have 3 of those people getting 3. So essentially 3 getting 3. Plus you have a QB recommendation that you'll have to just read about here or listen to in the video. But that gives you a general idea of what the structure looks like here at Longevity. Hopefully that makes some sense. Any questions at the end, we can certainly go ahead and answer them for you for those who are new. But you want to, first of all, get yourself to that brick rank, and then you want to help those on your team get to the brick rank, because they're going to want to do the same thing that you want to do. They want to grow their income. That's why they're here.
Right.
So one of the other ways that we get paid on a weekly basis is called a coding bonus. Anybody here getting coding bonuses? Yeah, see, that's awesome. See, the company, something amazing about longevity, they'll actually help you. The corporate team will help you get to a point in your business where they're paying you more. Has your boss ever done that for you? my boss has never done that. You know what? I don't want you to do more work. I just want you to get paid more. Can we make that happen? Oh, sure, I guess so. But Longevity does that. I've been on the phone with them a couple times early on when I was with Longevity. They said, oh, if you do this, that, and the other thing, you could actually make another few $100s more this month. Wow, really? I don't even have to increase my sales because I have a certain structure that I can meet. Yeah, just move this here, move that there. Amazing. That's what they do. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
You like being a part of a company that's willing to do that for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So in order to get the coding bonus, which is one of the really cool bonuses, is you need to be CEO qualified. And you'll hear in here what it means to be CEO qualified, but I'll give you a brief introduction. It means that you have achieved 500 personal QV, whether it's with the CEO pack or with its multiple purchases, and you'll hear all that described by Alex Dice. Hit that 500 QV, you're now eligible for the coding bonus. And the coding bonus begins at $15 and increases to $190. And the coding bonus is so fun because you might not know the person who bought the CEO pack. It might be someone down in your third or fourth level. And if you're at a high enough rank that if you're the 5-star executive, you get a $190 check. You don't even know the person. The person might not even live in the United States, because we're a worldwide company. So it's really exciting to get a part of that coding bonus. Get yourself CEO qualified, and you'll be eligible for that. Then there's also who likes to drive. Yeah, some of us maybe we kind of have to drive, maybe we don't like it much anymore. I know our 16-year-old son, yeah, you like it or you don't like it?
I've got a 65 LG.
Oh,
He likes it.
Yeah, I can see the smile and the glow on your face. Yeah. Did you fix it up yourself too? Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, that's great. So Longevity recognizes how important a car is to those of us in our society today. So what they want to do is they want to give you extra money to pay for. So whether it's one you want to go buy, or maybe you already have one you want to restore it, car bonus. They call it a car bonus. So once you hit that first 1-star executive, you become eligible for the car bonus. It starts at $300 a month. Just add it onto your check. You don't have to do anything else special once you've qualified. They just add it onto your monthly check. And then as you rank advance, it goes up to $1,000. That's a pretty good chunk, huh? Yeah. Could you do a couple extra fun things on your 65 Mustang with an extra $1,000? Yeah. That's awesome. Sometimes that's what it's about, right? Our dreams are about fun, right? Yeah, so that's awesome. So yeah, $1,000. That's what they want to do. Once you hit that rank, they want to do that for you. They don't tell you that you have to go out and fix up a 65 Mustang. They don't tell you that you have to buy a Mercedes. They don't tell you that you have to do anything in particular. They say it's up to you. You're the one who's best suited to tell yourself what kind of car you want to drive.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to give me a little 2-seater when I have three boys I have to haul around who are taller than I am. I'm going to need a little bit bigger vehicle than that. So that's great. They just want to help out and give us that extra money so we can go ahead and enjoy that aspect of our lives. So just kind of wrap things up here with what you'll find when you listen to Alex's videos is you really want to get your distributors paid as well. Someone who's getting paid is someone who's going to want to stay. And Alex Tice has done a great job building this retention team. You've all heard about the retention team, right? They put together. The best way to get retention, though, is to get your distributors paid. If someone's getting paid, they don't want to leave because they're feeling that success, right? So help them get paid. That's the best retention. I think Tamara even said that a little bit earlier. That's really a big part of what Alex wants to do on his retention team. And then lastly, once you have your goal in mind, try not to necessarily become a person of success, but rather look for a way that you can provide more value. I believe it was Albert Einstein who said something to that effect, where if you're providing more value to people, then they're going to become more interested in being a part of what you're doing. I mean, with what Nikki just shared with us, is that a lot of value?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of value. And talking about the why, that's very valuable in the practical side of our products here.
Yeah.
Bring value to someone's life, and they'll want to join you in this business because they know that this place is great. They're going to know it because they're going to see it in your heart, and they're going to feel it as it comes through from you. And what's really fun is I get to introduce a gal who's going to wrap all of this up here, who brings a whole lot of value. If you've ever gotten a chance to hang out with JoAnn Johnston, you would know that she oozes value, not only in this business, with how successful she is as a businesswoman, but what a great mother she's been, a grandmother, and a mentor, how much she just enjoys really entering into someone's life and helping that person see how he or she can be better at who he or she is. Not trying to make them be JoAnn, not trying to make them be Juliet, not trying to make them be Joel, but be the best person that they can be.
Yeah.
JoAnn, you brought so much value to my life, and I'm just really honored to get to introduce you tonight as you wrap things up today.
All right.
That's like really getting in the spotlight. Yeah. Thank you so much, John. Let's give John a big hand again. So who says an engineer cannot be a salesperson? Right? So thank you so much. Would you put the little circle back up, this little dude? Joel?
Yes, I got you.
Okay. So I get the pleasure of actually wrapping all this circle together, because when you were talking about the income, right? You know, really the first thing we want to do is, just like it says, experience the product. Well, now that you've experienced the product, you've written your goals, you've created your prospect list, you're sharing and inviting, and you're following up, and you're starting to earn a little bit of income. But you want that to increase, right? Because that's the goal. The goal for John and I, my husband's name is John also, so, but the goal for John and I, when we started, I'll just tell you a little bit about me and my husband. We actually got into longevity because we were selling our company. We owned a big real estate company up here in northern Colorado with several offices in different cities, and it was time to quit. We went through the up market, great office, through the down market, and that doesn't feel very good, right? You know, it always looks good to look at the ocean and think you want to ride the waves, but you don't want to ride the economic waves, right? And that's the beautiful thing about network marketing. It doesn't have the waves. It has the consistency to continue to grow up, because we want to be healthy and we need income, right? And those two things, plus the fact that we give hope, doesn't cause the network marketing business to have those waves. Real estate has those waves. That's the company we own. Real estate has big waves. I was in it for 33 years, and I actually should be able to get out on the ocean and stay on the surfboard and never fall, because I didn't fall for 33 years. But so we got into longevity. We had been in different network marketing companies, just like many of you, but we got into longevity because of our good friend Scott. I knew him because he helped us with some marketing before he got into longevity, and we became really great friends. And I saw Scott go through the dip in his health and his family's financial, and then I saw him get healthy. I saw the pain. I saw him not be able to do anything, and then I saw him come out of that. And as we were selling our company, he would come in and consult with me, pray with me. That's the sweet thing about Scott. He meets you where you are, right? So he would consult with me, but then he would pray with me, because he took the time to know what I needed. And so because of that, he would come in and say, okay, you're selling, JoAnn. Now what are you going to do? And I would say, I don't know. I just have to do this. I just have to get through here. Well, then we started on the products. And I tell you that story because we fit this circle. We started with products. I had fibromyalgia. My husband was facing heart surgery. The products were great for us. And we quickly experienced great results. And so when you're getting your people started, you want to follow this circle. That's what's important. So I told you my story, but because I wanted you to understand, that's where we started.
Yeah.
We experienced the product. We became a product of the product.
Mm-hmm.
And people will still call me. Nikki calls me, JoAnn, I have somebody with fibromyalgia.
Yeah.
Because I know. I know they work.
Mm-hmm.
And so people want to know we have stories of our other people. So when you want to get your story so that you can get your people started right. So when you move to the second one, you have to be able to teach your people to follow this circle. And this is so phenomenal. I just thank Alex so much because we have needed this.
Yes.
We have needed this. Now, I said to my husband, John, wow, now when we get somebody new, we'll just go in here and pull this up and boom, 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 it's right there.
Yeah.
I don't have to go back to my brain every time and think, oh my gosh, now what do I do with them?
Yeah.
Because they're saying to you, okay, I got some product, now what should I do?
Yeah.
Because they're excited, right? And then you think, okay, let's see, I can go to Masters of Enrollment, or I can go here, right? Or I remember out of my brain, but you don't have a real system. Right? We have a system now.
Yes.
We have a system. And I've done enough systems and enough teaching and enough coaching in real estate to know that this, bar none, is okay, we're doing 5-star, top, or 10-star. I'm going to say 10-star. This is a 10-star system.
Yeah.
Anybody can follow this system. You can even teach an engineer. And I say that with great love because the one behind you, yeah, that's what he is too, right? Your minds work the same, right? So God put John and I together because I can talk and he can think, right? Together we make a whole. So anyway, so you really, this is so sweet. So if you've not been in the back office, if you've not been to Longevity University, get in there. Dedicate a day next week, or a half a day, or dedicate an hour every day, however it works in your schedule. Know this. Make sure you have this, because when you've got that new person, what if you've got that next leader?
Yeah.
What if you've got someone that knows how to lead people, that's excited, that wants better health, that wants to make money, that's a previous business owner, that's an entrepreneur? They want to know, what do I do next?
Mm-hmm.
They don't want you to just flap your lips. They don't want you to just talk about how wonderful it is. Because sometimes, I don't know if any of you have ever done the DISC test. It's a personality profile test, DISC. Well, typically an entrepreneur has a fair amount of E, driver, right? And then I is influential, and they talk a lot. And then S is very, like, engineers. And C is compliant, So if you get somebody that's a high D and a C, first of all, he's a driver and he's an entrepreneur. He's also compliant. He wants you to tell him how to do it. And when you give him the racetrack, he's going to win.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a winner.
That's good, JoAnn.
You're going to have a winner,
Yes.
right?
That's good.
Because a high D and C does not want you to be an I. And an I talks a lot. And I know that because I led many realtors. Well, they're influential, right? So they're talking. But you have to teach them to let the people talk.
Yeah.
Even in real estate, you have to listen to what the buyer wants.
Yeah.
You have to listen to why the seller wants to sell. You're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So again, I'm telling you, make sure you know this. But when you're looking at this, okay, you got your list, you got your goals, you got your prospect list, and you're starting to share and invite and following up. Of all of these things, and you'll learn this when you get in there, these two things are primary. They're primary. Make sure you're inviting. Make sure you're taking the time to share your story, just like I did. It doesn't have to be 5 hours. Your story shouldn't be 5 hours.
Right.
Because you're after their story, right?
Yeah.
Don't go throw up when you invite them. And invite them here. But at least before you invite them here, let them know a little bit. Don't do the, oh, hey, I got something really great I'm doing on Wednesday night. Will you come with me? And they have no clue. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to go like, what? No. Follow the system.
Yes.
Share, invite, and then when you're sitting with them, just like you said, Vicki, find out who they are. Put them in the scale of 1 to 10. And let me tell you what, if they're an 8, you better be spending some time with them. Because there is your business builder, right? Aren't we all looking for business builders?
Yeah.
Right? Well, how are you going to know they're one if you don't take the time to do this? So I encourage you, if you want to do this, you have to really pay attention to these two. So just get in there, listen to that, study that, because that's the key, because that's how you're going to get the coding bonus. That's how you're going to get the fast start bonus. That's how you're going to rank up. Because we are so blessed by Alec to have a system.
Yes.
I just say thank you so much. Thank you, Longevity, for taking the time to hire Alec, for him taking the time to build this. And I know this is the great thing that I love about Longevity is I know that he built this system, but I know he gleaned a lot of information from our other leaders like Scott and Juliet. I know he did that, like Tom. He got input and then he actually did this to build the system, right? So again, we're so blessed to have this. Make sure you're doing that so that you start earning income. Don't try to reinvent the system. We already have it.
Yep.
Okay? So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm just so honored to introduce this next lady, and I've not even really had the great pleasure of meeting her, but I'm looking at her, and she's pretty. All right? Is that Karen?
No, Erin was
Pardon?
Erin was back.
Oh, well, I knew you were supposed to have light colored hair. So you want to put her back now. Get up here, girl, so I can introduce you. So I'm not, you can just fly by the seat of your pants once in a while, but now she fits her last name. I hope I say it right. Yeah. Shannon? Yes. Woo! Yes. So this sweet lady lives in Austin, traveled all the way here to hang out with us, to talk to us, to teach us about connecting and staying connected. She used to live here, right?
I did.
And moved to Austin because it's warmer.
Yeah, this weather today is the reason I moved to Texas.
Weather in Texas a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
She's married. She has 2 children, right? Yeah. So thank you so much. We're blessed to have you here, and I'm eager to learn from you. She is a 3-star.